Hey Jack, can I ask you something?
Huh? What is it? I'm a bit busy and don't have time to deal with you right now.
Sorry, I was planning to go to the bank. I'm looking for my personal seal, but can't find it. It's usually in the cabinet, but I can't find it today. Do you know where it is?
No, I don't know anything about it. You probably left it somewhere strange, didn't you?
I wonder. I'm usually careful not to lose it. I always put it in the same drawer after using it.
Well, I haven't seen it. Did you check under the stack of bills? Or maybe you left it at your parents' place last weekend?
I already checked everywhere I could think of. That's why I'm asking you.
I told you I don't know. Stop pestering me about it. I have more important things to worry about right now.
This is important too, Jack. I can't access our accounts without it.
Are you planning to go to the bank today? What about Lily?
My mother is going to look after her.
I see. Then could you also go to the city hall for me?
City Hall? Do you need some documents?
Yeah, I'd like you to pick up some divorce papers.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, but I've reached my limit with our marriage, so I'm asking you for a divorce.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Is this some kind of joke?
No, it's not. I'm seriously saying I want to divorce you.
What are you saying? That's impossible. Lily is only 3 months old. Divorce is out of the question.
I'm sorry. I intended to stay with you forever, but circumstances have changed.
What circumstances? What happened? We just had a baby together. We just started our family.
Actually, I've always had someone I liked.
What?
I've always been crazy about my childhood friend Kate.
You mean the one you dated in middle school?
Yes, but we broke up when we went to high school, and I had other girlfriends after that, but I could never forget about Kate. But Kate married another man and seemed happy, so I thought I should move on and marry you. But when I recently went back to my hometown, Kate was there too, and I found out she'd gotten divorced.
So that business trip last month, you were meeting her?
Yes, it wasn't planned, but seeing her again made me realize what I've been missing all these years.
What? So you're abandoning us to remarry this woman?
That's right. Kate and I are facing each other with equally passionate feelings now. Kate told me that breaking up back then was a mistake.
And what about our marriage? Was that a mistake too? What about our wedding vows? What about all those times you said you loved me?
I thought I could forget her. Believe me, I really tried, Emily.
What kind of person are you? Don't you care about me at all? How much time have we spent together? Was our relationship so shallow that you can throw it away so easily?
I'm sorry, but I can't lie to my feelings. Even if you resent me, I'm going to be with Kate.
And what about Lily, your own daughter? You're just going to walk away from her too?
Kate and I will have our own family. It's better this way.
How dare you act so self-righteous, you idiot! How are you going to take responsibility for our child?
You'll have to figure that out. I can't love a child born from a woman I don't love. That's my honest feeling.
You're the worst! What is that? She's your daughter, Jack! Your flesh and blood!
Whatever. Anyways, I'll come back to get my things, so I'll pick up the divorce papers then. Please sign them by then.
Don't just decide things on your own!
I'll pay you some settlement money as compensation, so stop complaining. Please, don't get in the way of our happiness.
How can you say such things?
Pack my things when I'm gone. I'll be back to collect them and the signed papers.
We need to talk about this properly.
There's nothing to talk about. My mind is made up.
Jack, please! Think about what you're doing! Think about Lily!
Goodbye, Emily. I'll see you later. I'm really sorry for suddenly talking to you earlier.
No, please don't worry about it. I was just surprised to see you after so long.
The last time we met was at our company's anniversary party, wasn't it?
Yes, I attended with Jack as the wife of a client employee.
And I visited your home several times before that, right? Even though we were just business partners with Jack's company, I was being presumptuous enough to enter your home.
Not at all. I knew you were a valued customer of Jack's company. I remember you always complimented my cooking, especially the rolled omelets.
They were truly exceptional. Oh, I still remember the taste.
That's very kind of you to say. I enjoy cooking for others, but I didn't know at that party that your company was so incredibly large.
Well, we're a fairly substantial company, but I never expected to run into you at my regular cafe. That's why I couldn't help but say hello.
Please don't worry about it. I enjoyed our conversation.
I never imagined you and Jack had separated. You seemed like such a happy couple.
Yes, it's been a year now, but I still can't believe it. To be abandoned so easily.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That must have been devastating.
It was, especially with a newborn to care for. I felt like my whole world had collapsed.
You've been through a lot. Are you raising your child alone now?
No, I'm living with my parents, so they help me. But that means I need to work hard and to earn money, too.
That's amazing. I really admire you, Emily. Despite going through such hardship, you're facing forward. Compared to you, I'm...
Did something happen?
No, it's nothing. If it's not too much trouble, would you like to talk again sometime? When I'm talking to you, I feel like I can forget about unpleasant things.
You seem troubled by something. Sometimes it helps to share with someone.
It's just... life hasn't gone as I expected either. But hearing your story gives me courage.
Really? Of course, that's fine. I enjoyed our conversation too, even though it was brief.
Thank you. I'll call... Oh well, I never thought this would happen. Running into my pitiful ex-wife, who I dumped!
Yeah, I wonder who arranged this. If it was God, he has a twisted sense of humor.
Are you a friend of the bride? Were you close to someone like her?
What does it matter? It's been quite a while since we broke up, so my relationships have changed a lot.
Well, I guess that's true. By the way, I'm an acquaintance of the groom. We work together occasionally.
I see.
But you know, I'm really glad I divorced you.
Huh?
You know, just having a beloved wife waiting at home gives me tremendous power. No matter how tough work is, I can do my best for my wife. When I was married to you, I hated my job so much.
I see.
Kate understands me in a way you never could. She knows what I need without me having to explain it. That's what a real partnership is.
I'm happy for you, if that's the case.
Now I'm doing great at work, and I'm treated like an ace at my workplace. My salary keeps increasing, and Kate is thrilled.
Oh, really? That's nice for you, though I'm not interested.
Don't act so tough. You must be jealous seeing how well I'm doing without you.
Believe it or not, my life doesn't revolve around you anymore.
But what about you? You must be finished, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you lost your breadwinner. You can't possibly be living a decent life. What are you, a welfare mom?
It's not like that. I'm working properly.
Working at some convenience store or fast food place, I bet. Hardly the life you imagined for yourself.
My employment situation is none of your business.
How's that baby doing? Must be tough being a poor single mom.
Don't say such ridiculous things. Do you know how difficult things have been because of you?
Hey, don't take it out on me. It's all your fault, isn't it?
How is it my fault?
Well, I divorced you because I couldn't forget about Kate, right? At least I had enough feelings for you to consider marrying you. Despite that, you didn't have enough charm to make me forget about Kate. That's the cause of the divorce. Since you couldn't compete in looks, you should have at least appealed through housework or something like that. You were abandoned by me because you couldn't do that.
What kind of absurd reasoning is that?
It's simple. If you had been a better wife, maybe I wouldn't have gone back to Kate. Your cooking was decent, but Kate makes food that reminds me of my mother's. Your cleaning was okay, but Kate keeps our place spotless. See the difference?
So I was supposed to be your maid, not your wife? Is that it?
A wife is supposed to make her husband happy. You failed at that.
And what about you? What exactly did you do to make me happy?
I provided for you, didn't I? You had a roof over your head, food on the table.
As if that's all a marriage is. What about companionship, respect, love?
Anyway, there was a reason on your side for being abandoned by me. Blaming me is completely misplaced. That ugly kid will probably have a miserable life, just like you. Well, it doesn't concern me anyway.
How dare you call Lily ugly? She's a beautiful, bright child. Not that you would know, since you've never bothered to see her.
Now why would I want to? She's just a reminder of my mistake.
I can't believe this. Well, I don't think I could have been happy with such a loveless husband anyway, so I think the divorce wasn't a mistake after all.
Ha! Don't act tough, you miserable single mom.
When did I say I was a single mom?
Huh? What?
I'm not a single mom. I'm already living happily with my new husband.
Don't lie, you idiot.
Then let me introduce you to my new husband.
As if you could remarry.
Since you won't believe me no matter what I say, I'll go get him now.
Yeah, right. I'll wait right here for this imaginary husband of yours.
You'll be eating those words soon enough.
Whatever. You really remarried?
I told you, didn't I? I remarried.
And your partner's Mr. Robert?
That's right. You brought him home several times, remember? We ran into each other by chance a few years ago, and we exchanged contact information then.
And you're saying you two got married?
Yes, thanks to him, I'm living a happy life.
That can't be true. Wilson Industries is an incredibly huge company. I was treated like a hero at my company just for winning a contract with them. And someone like that actually married someone like you?
It does seem like it really is a big company. I didn't know much about it.
And Robert said he became a department manager.
Yes, I heard he's being promoted at an incredibly fast pace.
Seriously? That company is full of elites to begin with. Being promoted there is no ordinary feat.
Robert works very hard and I'm proud of him. He's dedicated to his job and his team respects him greatly.
So that means you're living quite well now.
Maybe so. He already had a spacious apartment, and Lily and I live there with him. I'm certainly enjoying luxuries I couldn't have imagined before, but that doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter? Are you kidding me? You're probably living in some luxury high-rise, while I'm still struggling to make partner of my firm.
Material things aren't what make me happy. It's being with someone who truly cares about me and Lily.
Did you really marry Robert? You said earlier that you were working.
That's right. Thanks to someone, I had to work out of necessity. But when I tried it, I found that I enjoyed working more than I expected, so I'm still continuing.
You're married to an elite employee of Wilson Industries, so there's no need to work. You're lying.
I'm not lying. My current husband respects what I want to do to the fullest extent, so I'm enjoying both work and housework.
Impossible! There's no way an elite like him would marry a woman with a child.
If you can't believe it, why don't you ask him directly?
Mr. Robert, did you really marry Emily? Yes, of course. You seemed very surprised earlier, but is it such an unbelievable story? I'm happily married to Emily, so I find it a bit offensive to be questioned like this. But someone of your caliber could surely find a better woman, couldn't you? Why would you deliberately choose someone like Emily? I find that kind of expression very irritating. I love Emily more than anything. Why are you making such disparaging remarks? That's not what I meant. I'm just thinking why someone of your status would. My status, as you put it, has nothing to do with who I choose to share my life with. Emily is intelligent, kind, and strong. Exactly the kind of person I want by my side. But she already had a child, and she's just ordinary. Well, I can only think it was fate. To tell you the original story, when I visited your home several times, I deeply respected Emily as a wonderful person. Why is that? Even though I suddenly entered your home, she never showed any displeasure and served me delicious food. The rolled omelet Emily made was so delicious, that it still remains my favorite food. So, she won you over with her cooking? Her cooking first caught my attention, but her character is what truly won my heart. And we were also in similar circumstances. What do you mean? Actually, I was married too. What? I bought an apartment trying to build a happy home, but my wife was secretly seeing another man. That happened to you. And when I confronted her about it, my wife got angry and left home. We got divorced, and I was in the depths of despair. That's when I met Emily. Perhaps because we were in similar situations, Emily was there for me. Thanks to her, I was able to recover. And by the time I was feeling better, Emily had already become an irreplaceable presence in my life. So that's why you got married. That's right. Thanks to her, I'm very happy now. Just knowing that delicious food and a loving wife are waiting for me makes me work harder. As a result, my work is going very well too. I understand, but... And you are the worst person who hurt Emily. Even I could tell how much Emily devoted herself to you, yet you felt nothing about that. And in the end, you abandoned her without a second thought. Such a thing shouldn't be forgiven. You probably don't understand how much Emily suffered because of that. If possible, I'd like to make you suffer just as much. As someone who loves Emily, I will never forgive you. Now hold on now. There's no need to get hostile. What's done is done. However, you are also the person who let me meet Emily, so I'm grateful, only for that point. But please, don't get involved with our family anymore. There won't be any more business between you and me.
That's what I've been saying, right? I'm very happy being married to him.
That's because he's an elite. You really do love money.
Of course money is important, but what matters most to me is Lily.
That kid.
Yes, and he treasures Lily very much too.
Ha! You're saying he loves a daughter that isn't his own?
Yes, at least he's very different from you, who abandoned her because you found another woman. He's not the kind of person who would do that. In that sense, I think it's good for Lily that you're not her father.
Don't act so high and mighty. I was just being honest about my feelings.
Honesty doesn't absolve you of responsibility, but it doesn't matter anymore. Robert is Lily's father in every way that counts.
Actually, we're about to have a baby too. I'm sure an incredibly cute child who looks like Kate will be born. I think I'll be able to dote on a child born between Kate and me.
I hope so, because the child isn't at fault. And please never appear in front of Lily again. I think someday I'll have to tell her that she isn't blood related to her current dad. But I have no intention of ever telling Lily about you. I'll just say you died in a traffic accident.
Hey, you're treating me as if I'm dead. Isn't that too harsh?
You might as well be dead to me, so that's fine. Since I'm not even receiving child support, I don't deserve any complaints.
Child support? You're living in luxury with your rich husband. You don't need my money.
That's not the point. The point is that you've never once tried to take responsibility for your own child.
Is that so? Then from now on, you'll live a carefree life with the elite employee's money.
That's what I'll do.
But you know, I'm also glad that you married a rich guy.
Why is that?
Well, actually, I need various funds to remarry Kate, like moving expenses and money for the wedding ceremony.
So what?
But I didn't have much savings, so I borrowed some money from a consumer finance company.
I see.
But when I tried to borrow a large amount of money, the screening was strict, and they told me I needed a joint guarantor.
Wait, don't tell me you...
That's right. Actually, I made you the joint guarantor.
What? Don't be ridiculous! When did you do such a thing?
I secretly borrowed your personal seal and used it to make the contract. Remember when you said your seal was missing? Actually, I had it at that time.
You're kidding!
I needed the money, and I knew you wouldn't agree if I asked directly.
Of course I wouldn't! That's fraud, Jack! You forged my signature on a loan!
I've been repaying seriously until now, but I'm getting tired of repaying, so you can repay it for me from now on. If you ask your rich husband, it should be an easy task.
I'll do no such thing! You should repay it yourself!
Unfortunately, a joint guarantor has the obligation to repay in my place. So from now on, you can repay my debt.
Of course I won't!
Your feelings don't matter. It's determined by the rules. Follow the rules and pay, stupid.
Rules? You're talking about rules after committing fraud? You'll be hearing from my lawyer about this.
Good luck proving anything. Your seal was on those documents. For all they know, you agreed to it.
We'll see about that.
Of you, I've been asked to pay an incredible amount.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the debt. I've been repaying in installments, but suddenly I was told to repay the full amount, including interest.
About that. Actually, after hearing about the issue of joint guarantor from you, I consulted with my husband. Then he introduced me to a lawyer through the legal department of his company. This lawyer specializes in financial matters, and he negotiated with the consumer finance company.
No matter how good a lawyer is, there's no way they can change a point guarantor.
Normally, no, but you stole my seal and signed without my permission, right? In that case, this contract becomes invalid. They discussed this thoroughly with the company, and they nullified the joint guarantee contract.
Seriously?
But if that's the case, then from the company's perspective, the original contract itself was wrong, right? You made the contract by falsely claiming that you had a joint guarantor.
That's true.
In that case, the company apparently needs to end the contract itself as soon as possible. This means they're demanding the amount you were planning to repay over a long period in a lump sum.
So that's why the demand is such an incredible amount.
That's right, but this isn't illegal or anything. It seems that such a clause is written in your contract. You need to properly repay that money.
Don't be ridiculous! There's no way I can pay such a thing!
Don't act so self-righteous. Repaying borrowed money is common sense in society, right? Well, I don't think a man who would abandon his wife and child without a second thought has any common sense. But this time, unlike with us, you can't escape. If you don't pay, I think they'll collect accordingly.
Wait a minute. We're about to have a baby, and it's already a time when money is tight.
I don't care about your circumstances. Repaying money is determined by the rules.
You're just doing this for revenge, aren't you? You're still bitter that I left you for Kate.
This has nothing to do with revenge. You committed fraud using my name, and now you're facing the consequences. It's as simple as that.
Hey, please, can you lend me some money? Just a little?
Why should I do such a thing?
I don't want to make my family sad. You understand, right?
Yes, I understand. I don't want to make my family sad either.
Then...
But that doesn't mean you can use such words. Do you know how much pain we suffered because of you? I feel sick hearing your talk about caring for your family.
Are you abandoning me?
Abandoning you? Don't be stupid! You abandoned me and Lily, right? At that point, we became complete strangers. Why should I help someone like you? I don't care what happens to you.
After everything we've been through, how could you be so cold?
I learned from the best, didn't I? Isn't this exactly what you did to me?
That was different. I was following my heart.
And I'm following mine now. Good luck with your debt, Jack. You're going to need it. Please go ahead and live your downfall life on your own.
Emily, wait! We can work something out! Please?
Goodbye, Jack. Don't contact me again. After that, Jack borrowed money from another company to repay his large debt. However, he struggled with that repayment as well, and his mailbox was filled with dunning notices. In this situation, Kate handed him divorce papers, and now he's living alone, afraid of debt collectors. Meanwhile, I'm still living happily with my husband and Lily. Balancing childcare and housework is certainly challenging, but with my husband's support, I'm able to do it very happily. When I think that I wouldn't have this happiness if I hadn't separated from Jack, I feel that even that painful separation wasn't so bad. And from now on, my goal is to consider Lily first and build a wonderful home with my husband for a long time.
Sarah, are you really planning to have this baby?
Of course, that's why I came back to my parents' house to prepare for the birth. Are you still against me having this baby?
Obviously, you're already a 40-year-old hag. Having a baby at your age is ridiculous.
That's a horrible way to put it. You're talking about birth risks, right?
The chance of having a disabled child when giving birth at 40 is about 15 times higher than at 20. It's 1 in 42. I already thought I didn't want kids, and now I'm supposed to be the parent of a disabled child? No way!
We don't know if the baby will have disabilities yet. There's a good chance it won't, and besides, this is your child.
Sure, there's a possibility, but if the baby is born disabled, I'll be stuck with it. It's better for both of us if we divorce first, don't you think?
I can't say I don't understand your feelings. I know you weren't enthusiastic about having children, and raising a child with disabilities would be challenging. But this is still our baby, Michael, our flesh and blood.
Exactly, but what about you? Can you really raise a child by yourself after divorcing me? You quit your job when we got married, so you're unemployed now, right? You have no income, no career prospects at your age. How is that fair to a child?
I've been thinking about that ever since I decided to have this baby and you brought up divorce. If we divorce, I plan to stay at my parents' house and look for a new job. There are social programs for single parents, and I'll use whatever resources are available.
Well, if that works for you, I've got nothing more to say. I don't understand why you'd want a kid that badly. Is being a mother really worth throwing away your marriage?
You're right. I think it's a difference in commitment. I don't blame you for that, so I'll accept the divorce. But I do want child support.
It's still my kid, so I'll pay child support. At least I'm being responsible about that much. All right then, let's proceed with the divorce. Make sure you handle all the paperwork properly.
I'll take care of everything. You don't need to worry about the details. Okay, goodbye.
What are the odds of running into my pregnant ex-wife at my new job? I mean, my ex-wife who was pregnant. You know what I mean.
This has to be some kind of cruel joke.
What's with that attitude? I'm trying to be friendly here, but you're acting so awkward. Come on, we're adults. We can handle working in the same building.
Of course I am. It's awkward enough that my ex-husband is at the same workplace. Especially since our divorce involved our child. As a mother, this isn't exactly a pleasant reunion. Why are you acting like it's no big deal?
Come on, we had an amicable divorce, didn't we? There's no reason for you to hate me. We both got what we wanted. I thought we ended things on good terms.
Huh? Are you serious?
We both agreed to the divorce, right? If it wasn't amicable, what was it? By the way, did you end up having that kid? I bet it was disabled, right? I mean, with those odds we talked about.
Her name is Emma, not that kid. And she doesn't have any disabilities. She's perfectly healthy.
Oh, really? She's healthy? That's good. I guess you got lucky with the odds. And Emma's not a bad name.
Thanks. Are we done here? I can't stand talking to you anymore.
Huh? Why so? I was just making conversation. We're gonna be seeing each other around here.
Emma is my precious daughter. How do you think I feel hearing you call her disabled or that kid?
Hey, it was just a joke. Don't get so angry. You were always too sensitive about everything.
It might be a joke to you, but to me, it's absolutely unforgivable. Someone who didn't have the commitment to be a father and abandoned his child wouldn't understand.
Wow, your words are really harsh. Sorry, I'll be more careful. Let's just forget about it. We're gonna be working together now, so it would be awkward if we're hostile, right? Can't we just pretend the past is the past?
I'll have necessary work conversations, but I'm not taking being a mother lightly enough to just forget about you insulting my daughter. If you understand that, don't talk to me unnecessarily at work. A long time no see. Do you remember me? Long time no see, Jessica. Of course I remember you. You were my junior at my previous job. Not just that, I'm also your ex-husband's ex-girlfriend. You couldn't forget that. True. So, what do you want? I'm busy, so if you have something to say, please get to the point. Oh, Michael told me. You and Michael are working at the same place now, right? What a crazy coincidence. I was so surprised. Of all the companies in this city, you both end up at the same one. What? Are you still in contact with Michael? Well, not just in contact. We got back together after you and Michael divorced. We got married last year. We're husband and wife now. I'm not his ex-girlfriend anymore. Isn't that amazing? True love always finds a way back. I see. Congratulations. So, how do you feel right now? Your ex-husband married his ex-girlfriend. The woman he was with before you. Doesn't that sting a little? I don't feel anything. I don't have time to worry about things like that. You're still young, so you wouldn't understand, but I'm not interested. I have more important things to focus on than who Michael chooses to be with. Wow, that's what someone who got dumped by my leftovers would say. You got dumped because an old hag like you got pregnant, right? If you knew Michael's personality, you'd know kids would just be in the way. So pathetic. I think you coming here just to lord it over me is more pathetic. You just got married, right? Instead of wasting time feeling superior, shouldn't you focus on your own life instead of worrying about other people's? Happy people don't usually need to put others down to feel good about themselves. Ugh, you're so annoying. That's why Michael dumped you. Don't you get it? Michael and I divorced because we disagreed as a couple. I have no regrets. Michael was less important to me than my daughter. You're just putting on a brave face. Well, good men eventually come back to good women. I'm prettier and younger than you, so this was the obvious outcome. Michael realized what he was missing and came running back to me. Then you should enjoy your married life instead of worrying about me, shouldn't you? Or is your life with him not happy enough that you need to put down some dumped old hag? Because if you were truly happy, you wouldn't be here. I'm perfectly happy, thank you. I just heard about some nostalgic old hag and thought I'd tease her a bit. I see. Thanks for your effort. I'm busy, so bye.
Seriously, that attitude is really hard to deal with. It's honestly making work difficult.
I'm having all the necessary work conversations, aren't I? Besides, we're in different departments, accounting and sales, so we hardly interact anyway. You shouldn't have any problems if I don't engage in your pointless small talk.
Are you still mad about before? I apologized properly. How long are you gonna hold a grudge over a simple comment?
You insulted my daughter and then unilaterally told me to forget about it. That was your apology? How many years have you been working? The world isn't lenient enough to forgive you for that.
Hey, I'm really sorry.
Anyway, if you have time to bother me, go be nice to Jessica. You got married, right? Instead of trying to appease your ex-wife, shouldn't you take care of your current wife?
Wait, how do you know about that?
Jessica contacted me. Is that enough? I'm tired.
Wait, I'm not contacting you for no reason. I wanted to ask you something.
Ask me something? If it's work-related, ask at the office.
It's not that. It's about kids.
Huh? Kids? You mean Emma?
Well, not Emma specifically, but, like, your thoughts on having kids? I was wondering what it's actually like. How is it?
You're incredibly insensitive. How could you think to ask me something like that?
Wait, I didn't mean anything weird by it. I'm just genuinely curious about what having kids is like. I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
You said you weren't interested in children, didn't you? That's why you divorced me. You made it very clear that you never wanted to be a father.
Well, a lot of people around me have kids now, and it seems nice.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
When you were pregnant, there was the possibility of having a disabled child, and I wasn't interested back then. But now I'm starting to get interested. I haven't told Jessica yet, but I want to have kids with her.
Stop making a mockery of this. Children aren't pets. You're interested now, so you want one. How can you say that when Emma exists? You already have a child. You abandoned her.
I'm sorry about that. So, what's it actually like having kids?
I can't believe how insensitive you are. Besides, it's impossible for you two to have children anyway.
Huh? Why? What do you mean it's impossible?
Not only because you easily abandoned Emma, but Jessica can't get pregnant.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, she didn't tell you? She had a hysterectomy after getting sick years ago.
What?
I'm really sorry. I didn't think you'd be this angry. Please come home already.
This isn't something an apology can fix. Why didn't you tell me when we got married? You never mentioned having a hysterectomy when we were dating either, did you? How could you hide something this important from me?
But it's a delicate issue for a woman, you know? Even though we were dating, it wasn't easy to bring up. And you weren't interested in kids anyway, so I thought I didn't need to mention it.
When I asked about your scar before, you dodged the question. If you told me then, I wouldn't be this angry.
It's hard to talk about. Saying I can't have children anymore is pretty tough. Do you know how devastating it was for me to lose that ability?
Then why does Sarah know? You hid it from me!
Sarah found out during a company trip when she saw my scar at the hot springs. Back then, we were just boss and subordinate, so I didn't think it was something to hide.
What the hell? I was thinking I wanted to have children with you! All this time I've been imagining our future family together!
I'm sorry, but you're being pretty contradictory, too. You divorced Sarah because of the child issue, right? That's why I thought I could marry you. And now you're complaining about kids. I'm the one who's confused. You can't blame me for thinking you never wanted children.
I didn't think I'd want children at this point either, but people change, Jessica. I'm not the same person I was before.
Then what about Emma? Why don't you get custody of her?
Huh? Is that okay with you? But she's not your biological child.
I don't like it, but fighting over this or getting divorced would be just stupid. And even though we're not related by blood, she's still your child, right? I thought I'd given up on having kids because I can't get pregnant, but I'm not completely uninterested in children.
I see. I don't want to divorce you either, and if you're okay with it, I'll try talking to Sarah about it. You really won't talk to me properly at work. Every time I try to approach you, you find an excuse to leave.
So what? You should be grateful I'm even responding to your messages. After what you put me through, I could just ignore you completely.
Right. So, I have a favor to ask you today.
A favor?
Could you give me custody of Emma?
Huh? Say that again when you're awake. Stop joking around.
I'm not joking. Jessica can't have children, right? We talked about it, and we realized we already have a child. Jessica said she'd tolerate it if it's Emma, since she's related to me by blood.
Hey, I told you to stop joking around. Emma is my child. No matter what your circumstances are, I'd never hand her over to people like you. How dare you even suggest something so ridiculous?
But she's my child too, isn't she? You're still living with your parents, which must be tough. Jessica works part-time, and having two incomes would be better for Emma, wouldn't it? We could provide her with a more stable home environment. Think about what's best for Emma, not just your own feelings.
Even if that's true financially, it's impossible from a human standpoint. Neither you nor Jessica have the commitment to be parents. I won't give Emma to people like that. Money isn't everything when it comes to raising a child.
Commitment as parents. You don't need to say such pretentious things. How about this? I'll pay you if you give me custody of Emma. What do you think?
You really are hopeless. Trying to buy a child with money is beyond awful. I told you before, children aren't their parents' pets. Wanting custody because you suddenly feel like it, offering to pay money. You and Jessica are both taking children and parents too lightly. Don't you dare!
But realistically, you can't ignore money, can you? You need money to raise a child. You're 42 years old now, aren't you? With your short remaining lifespan, is Emma's future really secure?
I understand that without you worrying about it. My parents own their house and land. I hate to say it, but there's plenty of inheritance. I'm also using all the social programs available for single parents without hesitation. I'll find a way to cover Emma's expenses no matter what.
Wow, you only see your parents in terms of inheritance? That's awful! You're the one who's unfit to be a parent.
I know it's disrespectful to my parents as their daughter, but I've decided to raise Emma even if it means using my parents' inheritance. I don't care what anyone says about that. If it means Emma can live without worrying about her future, I don't care what people think of me. Do you have that kind of commitment? Would you sacrifice your pride, your reputation, everything for Emma?
Well...
You don't have that level of commitment. You who ran away when you found out Emma was going to be born. I can proudly say I'll do anything for Emma. I decided when I gave birth to her that I'd protect Emma, even if it meant being a bad daughter to my parents. So don't ever say you want custody again if you don't have that level of commitment.
Look, I've reflected on the custody thing. You're right. Jessica and I don't have the same level of commitment you do. So at least couldn't you let me see Emma's face?
After all those insensitive things you did, you have the nerve to ask that? Do you think I'd let Emma meet someone like you?
Please! I am Emma's father, you know! I know I threw that away myself, but never seeing her face even once is too much, isn't it? I've been paying child support. That has to count for something, right?
You're the one who showed no interest until now. Having you meet her now just because you've become interested is just bothersome.
Fine. Then I'll sue you for damages. Is that what you want? I didn't want it to come to this, but you're forcing my hand.
Sue for damages? You're threatening me now?
You're unjustly refusing me visitation with my child. Of course I can. I'm telling you, I could claim thousands in damages. Even though you're living with your parents, money must be tight, right? You could do a lot for Emma with the thousands you'd have to pay in damages. Think about what that money could buy for her education, her future.
You'd really go that far? You'd actually take money away from your own daughter just to get your way?
I would! Visitation with my child is my legal right. Interfering with that means you're legally in the wrong. Emma would be sad to know her mother was doing something like that. Don't make me the bad guy here when I'm just asking to see my own child.
Fine, I'll allow visitation with Emma. Is that good enough?
You should have listened from the beginning. I'll send you the date and time for the visit later.
Never let your guard down was made for people like you. I'm glad I was cautious and had my parents help me. I knew something like this would happen.
Sorry, I didn't plan it from the beginning. It just happened.
Just happened? You had Jessica waiting in the car and tried to take Emma with you. Without planning it, you had Jessica wait in the car for hours during the visit?
Well, that was, coincidence? These things happen.
No, they don't! You tried to run away with Emma while I was in the bathroom. If my parents hadn't been on guard, it would have been dangerous. As soon as you were caught, you and Jessica ran away together, and now you're making excuses like that?
All right, I'm sorry, but what else could I do since you won't give me custody? I don't want to resort to that, but it's your fault for being so stubborn. If you'd just been reasonable about custody, none of this would have happened.
So you admit it. Then I'm reporting you to the police for attempted kidnapping.
Huh? Police? It's not that serious. And reporting me without evidence won't do anything, so stop it!
I told you, didn't I? I had my parents help me because I was being cautious about you. I had my parents record video as evidence. There's clear footage of you and Jessica trying to get Emma into your car.
You're lying! What's gonna happen to me? Will I be arrested? I'm Emma's parent. That can't be possible.
Even as a parent, you don't have custody, so it's a real crime. And you even scared Emma. Emma is only 2 years old. Don't think you can get away with giving her a traumatic experience that could last her whole life.
Please, give me a break! I never meant to scare Emma. I didn't think it would become a police matter.
Regardless of what you think, a crime is a crime. We victims don't need to consider the perpetrator's circumstances. You made your choice when you decided to try to steal my child.
We were married once! Doesn't your conscience hurt knowing your ex-husband might be arrested? If Emma finds out her real father is a criminal, what will that do to her when she grows up?
Taking all of that into account, I'm much more scared of Emma being in a situation where she could meet you. As a mother, I have no intention of forgiving someone who could endanger Emma.
Please, I'm begging you. If you do that, my life will be over.
Emma's life is more important to me than yours. I have never once put my own life above Emma's life. If you're really her father, then give up your life for your daughter's sake.
Sarah,
I'll be okay, right? Only Michael will be arrested, right? Please tell me I won't get in trouble for this. Are you stupid? You're obviously a criminal too for helping him. Did you think you could just walk away from this? That can't be. Please, I'm not even interested in what happens to Emma. I only helped because Michael said he wanted to bring her home. So, your circumstances don't matter to us. You worked with Michael to try to take Emma. Nothing more, nothing less. Give up and accept your punishment. Don't say that. I'm a victim too, in a way. I originally thought I didn't need children. I didn't want to think of someone else's child as my daughter, but Michael forced me. So that has nothing to do with us. Besides, if you had no interest in Emma, what were you planning to do after taking her? I don't know. Ever since my hysterectomy, I haven't thought about children at all. As a woman, I sympathize with your situation, but that doesn't mean I'll forgive you. You scared my daughter and tried to take her. You'll face the consequences. Why did it come to this? I just wanted to be normally happy. You can't have children, so you steal someone else's child. You chose an abnormal method, so normal happiness was never possible. Will Michael and I have to live as criminals from now on? I'm still in my 20s. Michael's still young too, in his 30s. Why should an old hag like you ruin the future of young people like us? That's not fair. We have our whole lives ahead of us. I don't want to protect my own future. I want to protect Emma's future. If ruining your futures is what it takes to protect Emma, then so be it. That's the commitment I have as a mother. Don't think you can get away unscathed after targeting someone else's daughter without any commitment. I had just married Michael and everything was just beginning. I shouldn't have married Michael. You were the one asserting your dominance over me. Sorry that he is an old hag's leftovers, but please take care of him until... Using the crime footage my parents recorded as evidence, Michael and Jessica were arrested. Because it was their first offense and only attempted, their sentences weren't long, but they were both arrested together. Even if they're released back into society, the label of having a criminal record will be a major handicap. Whether they can live with that handicap is up to them, but they'll probably never think of bothering Emma again. Whatever kind of life those two lead from now on, as long as Emma isn't harmed, it's no longer my concern. As for me, I'm still living at my parents' house with their help, raising Emma. Even though it was attempted kidnapping, it was definitely a scary experience for 2-year-old Emma, and for a while after the incident, she was afraid to meet other people. But with time, Emma has calmed down and somehow returned to normal life. Even though there were circumstances that made refusing visitation difficult, it was my decision to let Emma meet Michael. I keep that in my heart. And until the day Emma grows up and no longer needs my strength, I want to continue protecting Emma as her mother. Hey, what time will you be home today? David, are you seeing my messages? I know you're busy, but can you at least respond? I actually have something important to talk about. Could you come home early today? You've been saying you're busy with overtime lately, but it's not really the busy season, right? Can't you spare just a little time?
My time is limited. I don't have time to waste on an old hag like you.
Old hag? David, what's gotten into you lately? You never used to talk to me like this. Even if you say that, I have things I want to talk about too. Can we even call ourselves a married couple? I can't remember the last time we actually talked.
That's because talking to you feels like the biggest waste of time. Unlike you, lounging around at home, I'm busy. Are you underestimating what it means to be a manager?
I'm not underestimating it, but it's not the busy season and you've never been unable to come home every day before, right? What's really going on? This isn't like you.
So what? Did you forget I got promoted to manager? The only reason you can live so comfortably is because of me. And yet all you do is complain. Honestly, marrying you was a mistake. I can't even stand to look at you anymore. You're such an old hag.
I see. So that's how you really feel. Then let me say this clearly over text. I really wanted to tell you in person, but...
What are you being so dramatic about? I'm not gonna listen to anything you say anyway. If you really have something to say, just hurry up and text it, old hag.
I'm pregnant.
What? Did you just say what I think you said?
Yes, I'm pregnant. Actually, I've known since last month, but I wanted to confirm everything before telling you directly. But we never had a chance to talk, so I'm having to tell you this way.
You're joking, right?
Why would you think I'd joke about something like this? I went to 3 different doctors to make sure. I have the ultrasound pictures. I can show you when you get home.
But you're 41 years old! You can't get pregnant anymore, can you? Isn't it too late for that?
I don't know why you think that, but yes, I can. Women can get pregnant in their 40s, David. It's not that uncommon. I mean, I am pregnant.
Whose kid is it?
What? It's your child, obviously. What are you talking about? How can you even ask me that?
Seriously? No way! A 41-year-old getting pregnant?
What's so funny? That reaction is awful. You do realize I'm your wife, right? Up until a few months ago, you were still being kind to me, but lately you've been acting strange. Is there something you're not telling me?
Well, I just recently realized that old hags are really gross.
Anyway, I'm too tired to keep texting about this. Please come home early, that's all. Hey there, old lady. I heard you want your husband back. Lying about being pregnant won't work, you know. Do you really think you can keep David's heart with some old hag's pregnancy? It's seriously so pathetic I can't even watch. Who are you? David's real girlfriend. Only young women like me can be truly loved. I see. So you're David's mistress. Mistress? That's such an ugly word. I'm his real love. You're just the old wife he's stuck with. Please stop this. Stop destroying our family. It was already broken before I showed up, but David is serious about me, so won't you just give him up? I'm 28 years old, and a 41-year-old like you has no chance of winning. 28 years old? If you're that young, why would you want a 43-year-old man? What could you possibly have in common? Don't you want someone your own age? Age doesn't matter. It's obviously love. David is so mature and successful. Unlike boys my age, he can actually provide for me. Provide for you? Interesting choice of words. Did you happen to hear about his family background? Or what do you mean? I haven't heard anything about his family being wealthy business owners. So you did investigate completely. How thorough of you. I don't know what you're implying. David and I are in love, that's all. You should stop trying to marry for money. There's no benefit to it, and you'll definitely regret it. Trust me on this one. Listen, I'm just telling you that you have no chance of winning, because I'm pregnant too. What? Did you just say you're pregnant? You might have thought you could keep him with your pregnancy, but that's absolutely impossible. I mean, a young, cute girl like me is pregnant. Who do you think he'd rather be with? If you think about it logically, it's obvious. So hurry up and back off, you old hag. How convenient that we're both pregnant at the same time. What are the odds of that? It's not convenient, it's destiny. David and I are meant to be together. I see. So that's why you contacted me at this timing. I kind of understand now. You're worried that my pregnancy might complicate things for you. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just being nice by letting you know the situation. But it's not up to you to decide what we do. David is still my husband. I'll talk directly with my husband and decide. You'll regret making an enemy of me.
Hey, Jessica contacted you, right? So that's how it is. It's over between you and me. I don't care about your kid. I'm gonna start my life over.
Are you serious? So her name is Jessica.
Of course! The time I spent with you was wasted. Now I'm gonna live the best life with Jessica.
You're chasing after a young woman who's obviously after your money. Don't you think you should face reality a little? She's 28, David. What could she possibly see in a 43-year-old man?
What? After money? Jessica is serious about me. She's genuinely in love with me. Don't interfere with our happiness. Just get out already. Actually, you're the one who seems like a gold digger. I've been supporting you as a stay-at-home housewife all this time.
I earn my own money as a freelance designer. Just because I work from home doesn't make me a housewife. I earn and support myself properly. You just forgot about that, didn't you? Or maybe you conveniently chose to forget.
Whatever, but I don't care anymore. I already know it's impossible with you. I have Jessica now. A 41-year-old hag getting pregnant is so gross. I seriously can't handle it. But my young mistress is pregnant too, so I'm divorcing you, old hag.
Fine, then I'll leave.
Good luck on your own.
You too, though I think you'll regret this. But regret won't help when it's too late. You're making the biggest mistake of your life.
What are you even talking about? I'm finally free to be happy.
But I plan to have this baby, and it is your child. I'll make sure to properly secure this child's rights. Don't think you can just walk away from your responsibilities.
Ah! That's so annoying and troublesome. Why make things so complicated? But, well, if that makes you give up, then fine. I never planned to see your kid. I have Jessica and Jessica's child. Don't hold grudges and think of doing anything weird, okay?
I don't care, and I'm not interested. I'll take some time to move out of the house, so give me a week. And after that, I'll handle everything through a representative, so you don't need to contact me. Also, you're saying you'll never see the child, right? I want to be absolutely clear about this.
Of course! Stop being so persistent. I could never think of your kid as my own child. Jessica's child will be my real family.
I see. Then I'll proceed accordingly. Well then, thank you for the 10 years. Have a happy life with your young, cute, empty-headed idiot. You finally moved out! Took way too long. But now the divorce is finalized, right? Should I invite you to my wedding with David? No, thank you. My representative has handled the divorce procedures properly, and the divorce papers were accepted today. If you want to get married, go ahead. It's none of my business anymore. It's so sad, having a kid, but David won't even look at you. In the end, you'll just have to live miserably and poor by yourself, while I'll be living the rich wife life. I wonder about that. You might want to double-check your assumptions. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Let me tell you something first. The fortune you think you're going to get from David, there's nothing left. What? What are you talking about? That can't be true. Stop making things up. David's family is loaded. I did my research. Do you know David's sister, Sandra? Huh? I don't know her. So what? Some sister isn't going to change anything. Sandra is a lawyer, a very good one. She helped me with a divorce. David doesn't know yet, but Sandra is my representative. So what? That has nothing to do with me. The family assets are essentially managed by Sandra. That's why David is just a manager at a mid-sized company. If David was supposed to inherit all the assets, don't you think he'd be more involved in the family business? Don't you think he'd have a better position than middle management? What do you mean? David said he didn't want to rely on his family's money and cut ties with them. He said he was going to succeed on his own, so he's been working hard at his current job. That's why I handled the family relationships on David's behalf. I was the bridge between David and his family for 10 years. By marrying you, David plans to completely cut ties with his family. That's a lie. I never heard about that. He was originally treated as a failure by the family, so he didn't want to be involved, and he probably thought it would be nice if he could get some of the assets. But with what happened this time, his parents and Sandra are fed up with David, and David probably doesn't want their support anyway. The assets you think you're going to get are basically non-existent. But we have a child. If we mention the child, the family will definitely change their minds. Grandparents always want to see their grandchildren. You're just saying this out of spite. You're forgetting that I'm pregnant too, aren't you? Huh? So what? You're getting divorced. Your kid doesn't matter anymore. I did get divorced, but I can prove the child is David's, and I've confirmed with Sandra that I'll assert the child's rights. Rights? You plan to use that child to take money? That's so calculating. Honestly, I don't think I need the money, but the family says they'll support me, so I think I'll accept. I got along well with Sandra and David's parents, but I don't think they'll think highly of you. By the way, is that child really David's? Of course it is. What stupid thing are you saying? I see. Then you can prove that, right? Huh? Prove what? Why? Why would I need to prove anything? I'm asking if you can prove whether it's really David's child or not. If you're targeting David's family assets, you'd naturally need proof that it's David's child. Without that, David's family won't give you any money. They're lawyers and business people. They require documentation. But I'm marrying David. The assets will naturally become mine and the child's. They won't, but there's a possibility if the child is really David's. But based on your reaction, I'm starting to doubt that, though. I don't need proof. David believes me. That panicked reaction tells me everything I need to know about what kind of person you are. Shut up! This is why I hate old hags. You're just jealous because David chose me, but at least I'll take David's current assets. He saved up quite a bit, and I'm getting it. Saved up quite a bit? Where? Huh? But he's a manager. He seemed to have money, so he must have some. I was the one managing that well. I don't think David has any savings. Basically, his salary went to living expenses, and the rest went to young people like you, didn't it? What do you mean, people like me? That's rude. I'm not like other girls. Besides, I've legally seized all the joint accounts and real estate we shared. My lawyer was very thorough. What? What does that mean? You can't just take everything. It means I took proper measures to prevent you from stealing the money you were targeting. Also, David is the at-fault party in the divorce. That means he's obligated to pay me alimony. What will David have left after that? What? Are you saying David has no money at all? No love, just money-motivated child-making and marriage. And this is the result. Isn't this different from your ideal? Well, but this is reality. This is completely different from what I planned. Aren't you just an old hag? Why are you going this far? Why won't you stop interfering with me and David? Huh? Why should I celebrate your relationship? Are you stupid? Oh, well, you are stupid. Having relationships with multiple people, targeting the one who seems richest, then pressuring him to marry because you got pregnant. Well, you succeeded that far, and David is willing to marry you, so good for you. Except for the plot twist that he's not actually that rich. Then all my efforts were just wasted? I turned down other guys for this? Guys who actually had money! Efforts? Your efforts were misdirected. Next time, do better research before you wreck someone's marriage. It's none of my business anymore, but I'll be demanding alimony from you, too. Since you're the reason for the divorce, you're liable as well. Well, good luck raising your child.
Why aren't you answering even though I've called so many times? I've been trying to contact you. Where did you go? Are you safe? Sarah, please, I need to talk to you.
Yes? Safe from what? I'm perfectly fine, though I'm surprised you care about my safety now.
Good. I thought something happened when you didn't respond. Then why aren't you answering my calls? Can you call me back right now? This is important.
Huh? Why would I call you back? We have nothing to talk about. You made it very clear you wanted nothing to do with me.
What? Don't you understand that I have things to say?
Well, I don't. As I said before, if you need anything, go through my representative, Sandra. Now, excuse me. She handles all my communications now.
Wait! Then at least through text, please listen to what I have to say!
When I wanted to talk, you wouldn't answer your phone, wouldn't make time, and told me to text instead. Why don't you do the same?
I know you're angry, but please listen calmly. I was completely wrong. That woman was a total nightmare. Everything you said was right.
Oh, really? And? I'm listening.
That woman ruined my life! She said she was pregnant, but apparently it wasn't my child! I was completely fooled. I was such an idiot! How could I have been so stupid? At first she threatened to pay me child support because we were breaking up. She said I had to take responsibility, but I still thought it might be my child, so I said I'd pay proper support if she could prove it. But she got furious and made false reports to my company.
Oh my, she was even more of a nightmare than I thought, though not entirely unexpected.
Because of that, rumors spread at work that I got both my wife and mistress pregnant and wouldn't take responsibility for either. Of course, I explained the situation to my boss and said it was completely false, but since I actually did divorce you, that part was true, and how people looked at me changed.
Well, that's what you deserve. Actions have consequences, David.
I'm in sales, right? They were worried it would affect company performance, so I ended up being demoted from manager. My reputation is completely destroyed. No one respects me anymore. And when that woman found out, she just ran off with another man. She didn't even say goodbye, just disappeared.
What a shock! A gold digger moved on to a better target. Who could have possibly seen that coming?
I wasn't fired, but my career is basically over. I was thinking of changing jobs and checked my savings, but after paying you alimony, it was all gone. No assets left. I contacted my sister to check on family assets, but there are no assets in my name.
Of course. I already talked to Sandra about that, but you never had anything. When we first got married, we invested together, but you lost interest, so everything ended up in my name. I have it in writing that property division is unnecessary, so there's nothing for you to get.
This can't be! Sarah, did you know this would happen and plan it? You set me up!
If I could have planned it, I wouldn't have gotten pregnant. You think I wanted to be a single mother? But it's true that I made sure you wouldn't get any assets. Since you have a history of cheating, I thought you might waste money on someone or spend it recklessly, which would be problematic, so I transferred everything to my name and consulted with Sandra to prepare. But when your last affair was discovered a year ago, you said something, remember? That you'd never make the same mistake again and would be a good husband for life.
Now that you mention it, I might have said something like that.
So I believed you and thought maybe I wanted a child. That's why we tried for a few months, right? Though you seem to have forgotten about that. But you immediately got obsessed with another woman, that Jessica, forgot all our promises, and here we are. There's no saving you. I have nothing to say. We're divorced, so I don't think I need to say anything.
Sarah, I'm really sorry, but I want to start over. I'll do anything!
Huh? That's obviously impossible. You burned that bridge to the ground.
I'm seriously reflecting this time. When it became public at work, I finally realized what a terrible thing I had done. It might be too late, but I want one more chance. Please, Sarah, I'll be a good father. Please. I have nothing left without you.
Too late. That way of asking is too gross.
Ah! Sarah, don't you have any compassion left?
You said an old hag getting pregnant was gross. When I was struggling with morning sickness, you said such cruel words. I'm impressed you could say something so heartless. But absolutely not. I think you're gross now. How many times do you need to be fooled by young women? You're a 43-year-old man acting like a teenager.
I was confused. I wasn't thinking clearly. That woman manipulated me.
Also, you said you'd never see my child. I have that documented too. If you really want to see the child, ask Sandra to handle the procedures. But I don't want to see you, don't want you to meet the child, and your life will only be despair from now on.
Wait! Don't say that! I've learned my lesson! I know I messed up, but people can change!
This is the result of hurting others and following your own desires. It's what you deserve, so suffer in hell! Never involve yourself with us again.
At least, just in name, please don't divorce me! My position at work!
Your position won't get better anyway, and the divorce is already finalized. Enjoy your life as a nobody forever. Bye then, you piece of trash. A few months later, I safely gave birth to a healthy baby boy. Both mother and child are healthy, and I feel happiness every day in our new life. I've decided never to let my son meet David. I judged that having someone like him as a father would negatively impact my son's future. My life is going very smoothly thanks to my sister-in-law, Sandra. The property division and child support arrangements after the divorce went smoothly with her support, and I have no financial worries. Meanwhile, my ex-husband David is living a completely ruined life. When his affair was discovered, he was looked down upon at work, demoted. His mistress Jessica ran off to another man, and he lost all his assets. He really is a foolish man. David's parents also seem to have given up on him and removed him from inheritance, which is only natural. Cut off from relatives, coldly treated by Sandra, he's now living alone in a small apartment. He seems to deeply regret everything, but it's too late. I heard Jessica is also living a hellish life. She was abandoned by the man she ran to, became buried in debt, and had no choice but to return to night work. Though it's what they deserve. I'm amazed at how both of them who insulted me ended up. Using my bitter past experience as a foundation, I'll now build peaceful and happy days with my son. I truly feel I made the right choice.